4th. It's a Monday. We're ready to rock.
All right.
Of opening vibe, huh?
Yeah, and you're a big Star Wars guy, so I can't believe you didn't use the old May 4th be with you kind of opening joke with your black there and everything. I thought you were ready for the Force stuff.
That's because my mind is consumed with trying to get Mr. Anderson Matrix references in. So one movie at a time in my brain.
Okay, all right, fair enough. It's good to see you, Joe. Well, happy Monday, man. It's good to see your face. I hope you got a weekend, maybe got some sunshine or went outside.
Yeah, made a fishing pole purchase on Craigslist. So a little adventure there, and we're going to be out catching dinner here soon.
Good, man. That's a way to do it. I like that. We talked about self-sourcing our materials that we're going to need. So I appreciate you thinking ahead. So well done.
And that's until I can get back to another good place to get seafood.
Yeah, let's talk about it. In case you don't catch any fish with that new pole that you got off Craigslist, we're excited today. I got to be honest, Joe, because we've talked about it on Friday, but our businesses are allowed to start opening up again based on the governor's orders and the county and the mayor's orders. Everybody's doing it very cautiously. We're going to spend a couple days now going forward with just what does that look like? What do we need the consumers to look like? And who's open and how are they doing it? So let's get started and let's try to get that fish first. So let's go with Mario over at the Big Catch. He's about to open up. Welcome, Mario. It's good to see you. It looks like you are primed and ready for opening here. People, we all know you. I've known you for a long time now, but introduce yourself to the rest of the crowd here.
Hi, I'm Mario Frias. I'm the proud owner and operator of the Big Catch at Salt Creek at 1500 2nd Street South, right outside of downtown St. Petersburg.
Great. Welcome. And you've got some pretty important partners too. Tell who else is part of that Big Catch crew.
Absolutely. We have some great St. Pete natives and citizens. We have Larry Munch from Munch's Restaurant. We have John LaBuddy, the famous John LaBuddy. Kevin Wojciechowicz that owns Kula. We have Angela Bonacore, who's a lifelong friend. We were raised here in St. Petersburg. She is retired from being the chief communications officer of Pepsi Cola. And we have Joe Packard, who is the general manager of Munch's Restaurant. So we've got a great crew of people here.
Yeah, so these aren't any rookies. You guys have made St. Pete great. The Big Catch was the very first place that I got to really fall in love with St. Pete, maybe 28 years ago. So I'm glad to see the brand back, and I'm glad to see you back. Before we get started about just being back, how has the last 6 weeks been? I know you have other restaurants and other concerns. Give me a sense of what the last 6 weeks have been for you.
It's been difficult. I got to admit. I mean, the hardest part for me and all my other partners in my other restaurants were having to say goodbye to some people. We survived, but they had some hard times. They're still having hard times. So we're so glad that we could bring them back and reopen St. Pete, even as limited as they're allowing us to reopen. But it's still giving everybody a chance to come back. We have 25 people coming back here at the Big Catch.
Yeah, and boy, we've talked about that. That has been the hardest part because this has been a human thing for all of us that by no fault of their own, people have had to just stop being able to produce for themselves. And that's not a good feeling. Nobody likes that. And now's the chance. And you guys, I guess, are doing that. But you and I had a talk early last week. And I'm proud of what you've done, Mario. First of all, what you did with the help of Raphael from Kawa Coffee is you guys assembled most and many of the restaurateurs in this community that we know care about us. And you guys talked about how you want to do this first. So can you just talk about just what you saw with all the restaurants that you saw as far as just the pure care and concern for this whole conversation?
Absolutely. 25 of us got together on a Zoom call. Chris was part of our call, and we talked about what we could do to help St. Petersburg first recover from this tragedy that we're facing. But more importantly, it's the first time that I remember in all the years that I've been in business here that these business leaders, these restaurant leaders, have come together on one accord and began to work together, come share their best practices, share their resources, and encourage each other. I mean, we heard some really encouraging stories, and I left there really super proud of a city that I'm already super proud of.
Yeah, you and me both, and that's why I started with you today, Mario, because of that leadership. You and Raphael just helping other. First of all, realizing that you guys are all in the same boat, and no matter how big and successful you had been, it cut everybody at the knees at the same exact moment in time, and so there was a lot of that empathy, but also that pure care of we got to get this right, and all those safety procedures for the facility, for your food, for your employees, and for your customers needed to be in order. So, and you guys have been working on that hard the last 5 days. Tell me a little bit about what to expect when we get into the big catch.
Absolutely. Well, we have 2 dining rooms. We have an inside dining room, and of course, we're majority outside dining restaurant. We closed our inside dining room completely. We feel that the only way we can protect our kitchen staff and not breathing the recycled air was to close it. We're lucky that we could have done that. Many restaurants can't, and I know they're taking greater procedures than we are on that. But we've decided to repaint every surface that's been in the restaurant. We've only been open since July of last year, but we decided to take this time to really start to prep it. We resealed every table. All our tables were painted by a local restaurant, a local artist in our area. So we resealed every table with multiple coats of sealer to go ahead and make it easier and more sterile to clean on there. We've trained each one of our employees to do it. There's no job descriptions anymore. Everybody's doing everything for each other to make sure that we do it. We want all disposables not to go ahead and to put our dishwashers in peril because when they're spraying off the dishes, there's stuff splashing up on them. And so we cared about them to make sure that they're safe. Our bars are both closed. We have just operating as a service bar, but we've spaced all our tables out at over 6 feet. You got some tables that are 7.5, 8 feet away from each other. We have a section that we set up for groups of up to 10, specifically to make sure that there are some families and everything. We've had some calls asking us when we have graduations and a birthday and stuff like that. And I said, as long as you're under 10, we have no problem. We spaced out our tiki bar rail with seats of 2 together every 6 feet because we realized that not everybody comes alone to a bar. You just can't have a stool every 6 feet. So most people come in couples. So we've gone ahead and done that to give them that privacy, yet with the water view still there. Our servers have been trained by our health specialists to go ahead and do the things that they have to do. Every table every morning is sanitized completely. After every use, sanitized. What we do is use sandy bottles to make sure that it's done. We don't use cloths over and over again. We spray it. We wipe them down with paper cloths. Important. We painted the floor. We pressure wash and sanitize the floor, our outside concrete floor every day. Every morning that's sanitized. So we've done just about everything that we think that we can do. Our bartenders are wearing gloves. Masks are optional in Florida. We bought our team all new masks, and we encourage them to use them. I can't think of another thing we could do, but absolutely what's really going to matter is our guests follow social distancing and good sanitary. So they're going to have to go ahead and help us too, get through this.
So let's talk about that some. So what I've just heard and what I want everybody who's listening, first of all, that costs you guys a lot of money again. So reopening, Joe, as you know, and we talked about, is just the pure expense of getting everybody up and getting everybody ready and all this work that went into it. So first of all, you guys have made an investment trusting that everybody's going to follow the rules that you just followed, right, Mario? So
absolutely.
This is where we really have to pause and say, if our good St. Petersburgers can't follow those rules, not only will we have to go back in isolation, but now you guys have just wasted a lot more money too, right? So This is personal to you right now about the behavior. So let's talk about it.
Well, I look at it as twofold. Our return in our investment is going to be, not only are we going to benefit from this monetarily, but our true investment is going to be the health of the city's citizens of St. Petersburg. If they come out of there healthy, the benefit was worth it, every dime we spent to get it. So that's important. We expect good crowds. We expect people to come back out again, and we're not mad at those that aren't coming out either, because we understand there's some limitations to some people. There's still a lot of fear out there, and we respect that. And we still love our customers no matter what. But there was some money spent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so, and you've got we just talked about all the great people that work for you, a lot of good people that live and are our neighbors and our friends. So you're taking care of everybody. And all we're asking those folks, Joe, and you know this, is if you're watching this and you really want to go grab a grouper sandwich at Mario's place and Johnny's place, the Big Catch or any place, and we're going to go through all the different openings. There's going to be some good ones. Please do it safely. Please, 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 especially these first 2 weeks, just so everybody understands how to work through this. Let's get through it safely. And so, Mario, what we've talked about and what everybody has mentioned is, how do we know if you're a safe place? Where the Chamber's talking about if a restaurant or a retail or any of the businesses that are opening up today want to express that they care about our health and safety too, all we're asking is to do what Mario just did, is share your procedures. Mario actually sent his on Friday to us. And Mario, what we're going to do is send you one of these posters that says "Open the St. Pete Way," which is about safety. And what we'd love to do is just post these and ask our consumers of St. Pete to be looking for these kind of signs, because that means at least we know we've had a conversations about the safety of everybody in that place, and so that we're going to get through this together. And guess what, Mario? I've got new technology. I know that we paid a little extra. So and this is part of the Catalyst perk, because they're this major big media organization now. They have Zoom.
We love them.
They have Zoom fax technology. So I'm going to put this in the Zoom fax machine. It's on the bottom here of your screen. And I'm going to see if it comes out yours. It might come out wrong, but let's see. Go ahead and put it in there. It does work. So that does really work. So that's cool. Thank you for that technology.
You're welcome.
All right, Mario. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to post that proudly and tell other people about it, other restaurants, tell your consumers about why you care. And have those difficult conversations when you don't see they are doing that, so that we all can reopen safely together.
Right. Chris, thank you, man. We appreciate everything you do for our city. Joe, you've got a great media company. We love you also, and you guys have always covered us fairly, and we just can't tell you how much we appreciate both of you.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck, and let us know. I can't wait for that grouper sandwich. I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
We'll see you.